King Charles III of the United Kingdom kicks off Holyrood Week in Scotland. Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark attends a changing of the command ceremony in Vadum. King Rama X and Queen Sotira of Thailand attend the state opening of Parliament in Bangkok. And Queen Mathilde of the Belgians spends a day at a summer camp in Pelt. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra, and this is your Royal Daily News for July 3rd, 2023. In Pelt, Her Majesty Queen Mathilde of the Belgians visited the Stand Up to Cancer summer camp this morning. Established in 1989, this year's 7-day summer camp welcomed 69 children and young people ages 6 through 17 who are undergoing cancer treatment or who were undergoing cancer treatment. According to a press release, medical teams from 3 Flemish children's hospitals, UZ Ghent, UZ Leuven, and UZA, are on standby day and night. Quote, "This makes the camp unique. The children go on holiday with their trusted nurses who ensure that their care and ongoing treatments will continue as usual. In addition, there are mandatory moments of rest at camp, and all activities take place at the pace of the participants." End quote. During today's visit, Her Majesty the Queen participated in various fun activities, including a relay race, board games, and much more. Her Majesty the Queen also spent time talking one-on-one with summer campers, nurses, doctors, and volunteer staff. In Brussels, the Belgian Royal Court announced that His Majesty Emeritus King Albert II of the Belgians will remain in the hospital for the next few days. The 89-year-old Emeritus King was scheduled to be released this afternoon. However, his doctors concluded that although his recovery is going well, he needed to remain in the hospital for, quote, "more rest and observation." It was decided not to take any risks and to prolong the hospitalization, end quote. In Madrid, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain held an audience this morning with the President of the European Council, Mr. Charles Michel, at Palacio de la Zarzuela. According to the Spanish Royal Court, Mr. Michel is in Spain to, quote, "exercise the presidency of the Council of the European Union for the 5th time in the second semester of 2023, between July 1st and December 31st, end quote. In the afternoon, His Majesty the King held an audience with members of the College of Commissioners of the European Union, held at Palacio de la Zarzuela. The Spanish presidency of 2023 will take place in the last stretch of the European institutional cycle, before the elections to the European Parliament is scheduled for May 2024 and the subsequent appointment of a new commission. In the commune of Saint-Dalmas-le-Selvage, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco attended the 30th anniversary celebrations of the reintroduction of the bearded vulture in the Mercantour National Park. According to the Vulture Conservation Foundation, in 1913, the species, quote, "went extinct when the last of the bearded vulture was shot and killed in the Aosta Valley." The reintroduction project brought together a network of experts to bring the species back to the Alps. These included 4 national parks that stretched across the Alpine region at 200 to 300 kilometers apart, which were selected as suitable areas for the release of the bearded vultures. In 1986, the first birds were released in Hohe Tauern National Park in Austria. Other releases followed in Switzerland, Italy, and the Mercantour National Park in France. In 1997, the first breeding pair successfully raised a chick in the wild in France, end quote. On Friday, in Vadum, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark attended a change of the command parade at the Special Operations Command at Aalborg Air Base. According to the Danish Royal Court, during the event, the Crown Prince inspected, quote, "the parade force, which includes forces from the Hunters Corps and the Frogmen's Corps, and witnessed the outgoing commander, Major General Peter Boysen, hand over the leadership to Major General Michael Heingard." Meanwhile, Her Highness, Princess Martha Louise of Norway, and her fiancé, an overall nice guy, no really he is a nice guy, Shaman Durek, attended the 2023 Palmesus Music Festival in Kristiansand. The two-day festival brings together a diverse range of music and entertainment. Quote, with acres of green space and beautiful vistas, the Palmesus Festival is one of the region's most popular events, attracting music lovers, foodies, and families alike. End quote. In Bangkok, Their Majesties King Rama X and Queen Sodhara of Thailand presided over the state opening of Parliament at the Wright State Hall following the May 14th historic election results. According to the Associated Press, the Move Forward Party, a pro-democracy, anti-monarchy party, quote, won the largest share of votes in the election over the Royal Thai Army-backed parties that have ruled the kingdom for nearly a decade following a coup in 2014, end quote. During today's opening, His Majesty the King gave a, very brief speech, reminding the politicians of their duty to represent the people of Thailand, stating, quote, the progress of the nation will be up to your intellectual ability and your honesty. If everyone realizes this, the work will achieve success smoothly, end quote. It'd be very interesting to see what happens in the next couple of months in Thailand. Oh boy. While Thailand is on, shaky political ground at the moment, the King's daughter, Her Royal Highness Princess Avira Vanavari of Thailand, is having a fabulous time in Paris. Yesterday, the pretty princess attended the 2023 Azzedine Alaya fashion show. The show, which gathered 200 ultra-chic guests, including former supermodel Amber Valletta, Vogue editor-in-chief Dame Anna Wintour, and social media legend Brian Boy, was held outdoors at sunset with a view of the Grand Palais. Meanwhile, Her Royal Highness Princess Clotilde of Savoy attended the Partout fashion show held at the Salle Wagram. This afternoon in Paris, Her Royal Highness Princess Maria Olympia of Greece, German fashion journalist Her Royal Highness Princess Elizabeth von Thurn und Taxis, and Italian journalist and documentary filmmaker Mrs. Beatrice Borromeo Casaraghi, as brand ambassador, attended the Fall-Winter 2023-2024 Christian Dior Haute Couture fashion show during day one of Paris Haute Couture Fashion Week. Speaking of Mrs. Beatrice Borromeo Casaraghi, her new highly anticipated documentary series entitled Il Principe, or in English, The King Who Never Was, will premiere on Netflix on Tuesday, July 4th, 2023. The three-part series tells the story of one of the most fascinating and controversial royals in modern history, His Royal Highness Prince Vittorio Emanuele of Savoy. If his name sounds vaguely familiar to you, he's the father of the pasta food truck king of LA. Actually, he's not. He's out of business now, but whatever. His Royal Highness Prince Emanuele Filiberto of Savoy. The official synopsis for the documentary, Il Principe, reads as follows, quote, a prince in exile, a top model, a gunshot in the dark that changed the lives of so many people for generations to come. Starting with the events that happened on the tragic night of August 18th, 1978 at Cavallo Island, The King Who Never Was traces the story of Vittorio Emanuele of Savoy, the last heir to the throne of Italy. As much as the judicial affair of the murder of a young Durkheim is central to the prince's life and consequently to the docuseries, episode after episode, a more intimate tale emerges of him. His troubled relationship with his parents, his love story with Marina Doria, his years working in Iran, his scandals, and much more, end quote. If you're interested in watching the trailer, in the description box below, I will leave a direct link to Netflix Italia's official YouTube channel. And finally, His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom kicked off Holyrood Week in Scotland this morning. According to Buckingham Palace, His Majesty the King visited a number of charities and initiatives in Falkirk. His Majesty later took part in the ceremony of the keys at the Palace of Holyrood House in Edinburgh." End quote. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I will be back tomorrow on Tuesday, July 4th, with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful Monday evening and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, have a wonderful evening, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.